Do 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 America. I'm Zach Nanimus.
Johnny Dim.
Questionable, but we'll go with it. And you've tuned in to yet another installment of the War Pod. This has got to be like episode 12.
I was thinking 16.
Really? And this
No.
is, of course, this is the latest iteration of the War Pod. War Pod in space! No longer coming to you live. No longer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. I watched it. I watched one video, which counts only as an anecdote. We're basing all this on anecdotal evidence that live streams are treated differently on YouTube. And so we heard that one guy wasn't doing well. Like he was doing fine. It's the Top Hat Gaming Man. Some of you have probably seen this video. Um, he said that his channel was doing fine, and then he started doing live streams, and then everything started getting worse. So we're gonna try not.
Also, we wanted a
Mm,
chance to take out the racism, as well as the product placement
mm.
that we weren't getting paid for.
That's not what you said in the meeting. What you said in the meeting was to have an opportunity to inject even more.
Yes, yes, but luckily this is recorded and I can edit that out later.
You know, Sam Houston was a colonizer,
Yeah, that makes sense.
and you have a banner glorifying him
Oh,
behind you. You fascist.
now luckily I had to crop.
He's not technically a He's
No,
not
but
technically a
also they can't
colonizer.
see my big giant Astros banner. They can
Oh,
see
they
the
can't.
orange, but they can't see the letters. Uh, yeah, I had to
That's okay.
drastically.
Any
What?
baseball fan is gonna any baseball fan is gonna recognize that you're wearing an
Yep.
Astro shirt, even though they can't see all of it. Okay. So today, what we planned on doing is what we've done many times before, and I think to great effect. Johnny and I are going to have a conversation.
I'm sorry.
That's it. No, no. Basically, Johnny's been paying attention to E3 and I haven't. And so now Johnny is going to fill me in on what I missed, and I'm going to give my opinions on it based only on his description of what
Yeah, I think we're
happened.
mostly going to focus on the Nintendo showcase. I mean, Sony wasn't at E3 like they weren't last year as well. Uh,
Sony wasn't at E3.
Sony got out like 2 years ago.
Why?
I think they just felt like there wasn't a reason to anymore. They do well. Nintendo
Um,
doesn't do the conferences anymore. They don't do they just do the Nintendo Direct. They usually have a physical presence at E3, but they do the
yeah.
Nintendo Direct stuff too.
My understanding was that at least some part of that reason was the fact that the Japanese executives, very few of them
Hmm.
speak English. So they'd have presenters like speaking English phonetically, and it was all just kind of weird and potentially embarrassing. So they were like, let's just have more control of this. They started doing cool stuff with like Star Fox puppets.
Yeah, no, that's
I liked
fine.
it.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. And technically, in years past, when they actually have a physical E3, what Xbox and Sony did as their press conference stuff, that stuff technically wasn't a part of the actual E3. Those conferences are outside of E3. They're done separately. They
Mm.
just do they schedule them during E3 week because of all the basically you can reveal all your big games and stuff, and then people's members of the press or whoever, now it is members of the public now, can go play those games on the show floor at E3. Um, but
I think
yeah,
it's probably smart because this E3 with only I guess only Xbox to really talk about. Um, this was the year that I felt like most pandered to. I don't know. There was something about it that all felt disingenuous. Just the style of that style of bringing us the news, I think has come and gone,
what in physical form?
and not just in physical form, but just the limited press
Hmm.
conference style where it's like we stand up and we say things that are good about our company because our company is here to support you, the player, and you, the player, are going to get to play a mobile
I think
game.
I think most
You know,
I think most gamers that watch the press conferences, like when you're actually hearing from the CEOs and all that crap, like everyone just kind of it just sounds like rah, 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 rah. Like no one's really pay attention to what they're saying. Um,
I bet the most effective marketing vehicles at the moment are probably like reaction videos from
right? Yeah, which
influencers.
they I mean they're doing all of that. Like all these companies are doing all the above, I think. But anyway,
Mm.
it was a weird E3. The
Okay, speaking of, okay, we got no
yeah.
Sony. Nintendo does the direct, which everyone just tunes in on
Uh-huh.
YouTube for. So was it just the Microsoft
There
show?
was no physical show
Where were all of those people
in
standing?
a on a soundstage or something.
Do I not remember
There
applause?
was no audience. No.
Really?
And we have this recorded so you can go back and see you watching this video.
Wait, was I cheering and clapping my hands
You may have been, yeah.
thousands
Right.
of
You
times a
know,
second?
yeah, so there was no physical show. It was all
Okay.
digital. Last year there was no actual E3. There was just all the different companies did like announcements around when E3 would have taken place. So there was no actual E3 last year. This year it's all digital. They're hoping to bring back the physical conference next year. We'll see if that ever happens because you know, yeah,
We'll see if there's a reason. Like it's kind of like what's going on with Disney right now. Um, people were talking a lot about Mulan. Mulan was their first big digital release
hmm
on Disney Plus, um, to see if they could turn a good profit on Mulan. Now I don't have the numbers, but I would say the fact that Cruella is also being available for rent
yeah,
on their service is indicative of the fact that yes, it worked.
yeah, yeah. So moving forward, all this stuff is going to be
So
really interesting to look and see how it grows.
so there goes theaters.
It's
Goodbye plastic
all
theaters.
gone.
Mhm. Well, it's going to be like arcades.
Right. So
Arcades
we'll
used to be
download our
huge.
theaters. We're going to download our
Huh?
theaters.
We
Yeah.
already do. All right. That none of everything we said, nothing we said matters.
The future is VR. Okay, next.
Fast forward to this time
hmm
index to get to what we need to talk
Oh
about,
man, we
which
have to
is
do
right
that stuff
now.
now. Every time you call something, I have to edit it in. Crap.
Right.
So,
But the time index is going to be like the minute, like when I
right.
was talking about
So okay,
it.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the 14 biggest announcements from the Nintendo E3 2021 showcase.
Okay. I want to make a
Okay.
guess. I think they had a playable version of Breath of the Wild 2.
Do you want me to tell you now if you're wrong? You're wrong.
Yes. Okay. They have a new Metroid Prime.
No.
Okay. A new Kirby game?
No.
A new Star Fox game?
No.
A new
No.
Earthbound? Something.
That's
Oh,
that.
you sent
That's
a
what
link.
the viewers can see. If you wanted to follow along, it's up to you. Um,
Okay. Um,
you were
okay.
close. You were
Hold
on one
on.
of those
Wait.
guesses. You were actually very close.
Did I already guess a new
Yes,
Star Fox
you
game?
guessed it, but there was not.
Uh, a new
Nope.
Splatoon. If you okay, just a rough estimate. What percentage of this list that we're about to comb through is just Mario Zelda
Mario Zelda
nonsense?
nonsense. Mario's only. I
Yeah,
think Mario's
just
only in
more.
one of them, and there's one Zelda non. No, there was a chunk of Zelda nonsense near the end. Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
love Zelda, but Nintendo needs to diversify their portfolio badly. They have so many
I agree.
beautiful IPs that need to be taken out and
Hmm.
played with. Um, or hopefully, maybe the reason for the absence is the fact that they're doing something new.
There is
We'll
no
see.
new IP.
What did I
Are you
miss? Is it
ready?
all Tetris?
Okay.
I'm ready.
So at the top of the show, uh, they kind of tricked people. I think they tricked people. They tricked me for a second. So new
With the
new
Sega
playable
logo.
character for Smash Brothers. Uh, you gonna
Wait, now I
okay?
get to guess that. It's Earthworm Jim.
No, I think that would have been better though.
Okay.
No, it's
Okay, who is it?
Kazuya from Tekken.
Which one's that one?
He's shirtless. Hold on,
Okay.
let me turn on the volume off. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to describe him. So he's shirtless. He's got white pants, black belt, no audio. Um, no,
No
that's
audio.
just, it was blasting
That's
in my
part of
ears.
his model.
Um, and he's got like I think he's got yeah he's got like his hair comes to a point. Yeah,
Oh, he's the main guy. He's the main guy. Okay.
yeah. So
All
no one
right.
cares.
So,
Literally, I've not heard a single person that's excited about that announcement. I've listened to a lot of reactions to E3 stuff, like in the last week. Um,
okay. So,
yeah. Next is Life
what's
is
next?
Strange. Um, so this is just the
That's a detective story about two
yeah,
girls,
something like
right?
that. I've never played it, but yes, you're
Okay.
right. It's both games. So there was one that I saw an announcement last summer about the second one. Both of these are coming to Switch.
Oh, right. I forgot. That's a big part of their model right
What
now.
bringing stuff to Switch?
Whatever they can port to
Yeah.
Switch, they do. Did Mortal Kombat 11 ever get a patch so it looks halfway decent?
You know, I'm not sure. If that feels like a yes, but I don't remember to be honest. Okay,
Okay.
next is Super Monkey Ball
Ooh.
Banana Mania.
Aw. I thought you were gonna say Super Monkey Ball RPG.
Yeah, that would be way out of place for this series. Um,
No, that's an excellent fit
hmm
for the
hmm
Switch because they've got HD
So
Rumble support.
this is essentially
Uh,
a what's the word? It's not remake.
what's the word? Burn.
It's a remaster. That's what I'm looking for. So it's a remaster of one
Oh,
and
is
two,
it?
and then like some extra stuff from the one that came after. Only the good. Apparently, it's the good stuff that came from the one that came after one and two.
How many different ways
Can
can you
can you
really wrap this
monkey a
package
ball?
up? Yeah, well, how do you not exhaust all ideas in the first
I don't
in the
know.
first game?
Um,
How do you innovate? I know that for Nintendo this is odd.
yeah, it's unexpected. I don't think
Um,
a lot of people were expecting it.
well, it's just that um, Super Monkey Ball isn't very family friendly.
What do you think this game is about?
Bananas and spheres.
Hmm. Hmm.
Am I
No, I'm
wrong?
gonna leave that one alone. Next
Okay.
is Mario. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the one I didn't think of. So there's two Marios.
I think I know what you're about to say. Mario plus rabbits in space, right?
That is an announcement in this list, but that's not this one.
But it's not okay.
This is Mario Party Superstars.
Mario
This is
Party
also, I think, something that
Superstars.
nobody was asking for.
I didn't people really like Super Mario Party? I haven't played it yet.
I have no idea. I've heard nobody talk about it.
We have a mutual friend. He's never been on the show. Who loves it. Um, but I mean, did they say what it's
They
gonna be
basically are
like?
saying they're bringing a bunch of stuff from like the like bunch of boards from past Mario's, like the original 64, and they're bringing them into.
Oh,
So that's the
okay.
biggest thing I remember from watching this part of it. Um, I yawned
Here's the
through a lot of
deal.
it. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care.
You know how you know how you love to talk about, or maybe not love to talk about, but you when I say nobody cares about sports games, you point out to me there's some of the best sellers and there's some people who
It's true.
exclusively play them. Um,
Are there
Super
people that
Mario
only play
Party.
Mario Party games?
I don't think there are people who only play Mario Party, but its niche fans are so
Mm.
avid that it creates some of the best content on YouTube. We're talking about structural
Oh
probability
no.
breakdowns, determinations as to whether or not there is true randomness in the game, board strategy setups. Just I've watched hours. I have watched hours of videos about these games, and they're
Here's
fascinating. Not because of the content, but because of the if you love Mario Party that much, more power to you. I'm telling you, I genuinely find it interesting how much you love
I respect that on some level.
it.
We're actually planning some content. I haven't told you about this yet, so this is like a world premiere.
So we is a strong word here.
Well, yeah, I mean it's going to be the Warlocks branded stuff. I don't know how involved you will be, but you're definitely welcome to be involved. But Jason,
Mm,
Edge of Blade, has. So we've been playing. You were a part of this a little bit. The Twilight Imperium stuff we started doing.
mhm.
Jason has gone and ran with that. He's doing kind of what the stuff you're talking about. He's created spreadsheets upon spreadsheets, and he's doing like probability stuff. He's actually doing like mapping out like he's gonna basically an interactive because you kind of you've talked. We're not gonna go too far into this. We'll talk about this more, but basically he's gone off the deep end and has obsessed about basically making this like all these add-ons and stuff for the game. We actually have also been teaming up and talking about printing 3D printing custom units for each faction in that game.
Okay.
All kinds of crazy stuff. We'll get into the details later, but that's
And
something I was thinking about chronicling on our channel, on the Warpod channel, or Warpod Warlocks channel. Um, basically, are all the stuff we're doing, and eventually, what I hope will climax with like the ultimate Twilight Imperium setup.
okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Is
I
that
have
is that a complete waste of time?
I have complete faith in Edge's ability to create modules that fit into this game
Yeah.
perfectly. That game is already hot soup.
It's the
It
best.
already
It's
is.
the tastiest, hottest soup. I love it.
You like how many I'd love to learn how many different kinds of boards there possibly can be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let alone you'll never be done playing the game. You'll never
No,
be done playing the game, and no one will see everything.
no.
No one person will ever see everything.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
Uh,
move on to other Nintendo stuff. We'll have that to look forward to. That'd be great.
yeah.
Um, Now this is the one that you got close to predicting earlier.
Okay. Okay.
Metroid Dread.
Wait. Metroid Dread. Metroid is gonna fight Judge Dredd,
Yeah,
or Judge Dredd is gonna fight Metroids.
Judge Dredd is going to be judging Metroid, um, and giving citations out for jaywalking, which is punishable by
Metroid
death. So
Metroids don't walk.
take that. Whatever. I don't know. I've never really played a Metroid game.
Oh
Um,
no.
I started to. I like on like I had the Retro Pie or whatever, but I played a little bit.
Dude,
Um,
play Fusion.
yeah. So
Fusion is sick.
that's where you were close because you actually said a Metroid Fusion. No, is that what it's called?
I said Metroid
That's
Prime.
Metroid Fusion's number 3, right?
Metroid Fusion is the one
Or
where Samus
4?
gets infected by like a bacteria.
Yeah.
It's super weird, and it's like, oh, the it infected your suit, so now it's infected you, and you and the suit are one. It's very strange, but it's very cool.
So they're calling this the 5th in the mainline series. So
Okay.
this is not. Oh, Prime is what you said earlier. So Metroid. This is not a Metroid Prime, of course. Those are separate because those are first person. This is actually a side scroller.
Okay, what platform is it for?
Oh, Switch, I would imagine.
I mean, sometimes they just drop it on DS if it's like a side scroller.
They're not releasing games for the DS.
Are they not?
No,
I guess that's I guess the DS is kind of redundant now, huh?
a little bit.
Their main console already is a DS.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. So, of course, the big headline leading into, or the big prediction leading into the Nintendo press conference was that there was new hardware going to be announced, but that did not happen. Um, but
Wait, is it a Nintendo Switch 36X?
like a Pro, yeah, that's what they're nicknaming it, the
Oh, I
Nintendo
thought it
Switch
was
Pro.
something you plug into your Switch and
No,
then you plug your game into that
no. So
and
this is really
it
cool.
has CD quality now.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of the trailer here so people can see it. But it's kind of like a game where there's aliens and robots that are chasing Samus. So it's kind of a it's not horror, but
Is it a side view? Is it a
yeah,
side scroll?
yeah, absolutely.
Is she being chased by little bubble aliens?
No, you mostly see robots. They're like these sentry robots that are like
Insectoid
secure,
in some way?
a little bit.
That is probably Space Pirates.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's that. That was the big announcement everyone's freaking out about from Nintendo.
Yeah, so yeah. I mean, a new Metroid is always welcome.
Yeah. Uh,
I wish they do an official release of another Metroid 2.
okay. Next is, I'm guessing this is the same series as like Cruisin' USA and Cruisin' World. It's called Cruisin' Blast, and we're not going to spend any time talking about it. It looks stupid.
Wait, what is it?
It's a race car game.
I thought you liked
If
those.
they're good,
What's wrong with cruising?
the art style looks doofy.
Yeah, it's cruising.
Yeah, so I'm moving on. So WarioWare, get it together.
WarioWare?
Yeah,
You said that very strange.
because I just I have trouble pronouncing it. That's all.
Wario?
WarioWare.
Hmm.
It's almost a tongue twister.
Hold on. Okay.
WarioWare. WarioWare. Yeah. I don't know.
Metroid is going to be a real game. Um, two, two girls, one mystery.
Yeah,
Is going to be a real game.
because they're already real games. They're just coming to Switch. Yeah.
Um, I feel like there's been like a lot of like non games
Oh,
so
well,
far.
kind of. I mean, the Monkey
Like,
Ball is an existing game.
no. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't go for a lot of games that are like, here's one round, complete the round. Congratulations for completing a round. Here's another more difficult round. Like
Sure.
Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball isn't a big adventure. It's you it's you facing several disconnected challenges. Um, and so it feels like a lot of what Nintendo is putting out is stuff like that. Mario Party, disconnected challenges where the fact that it's a video game is worn on its sleeve,
Hmm.
and not in a cute chung and teak way, not in
Hmm.
a cute chung and teak way, like in Donkey Kong Country. It's more like, no, this is a video game. Play around, go to sleep. Well, I guess it's more like play the round, and by the time the round is done, your bus has gotten to work, because
Right.
that was like a big thing for Super Mario Odyssey. That was a big thing for Breath of the Wild that people
Hmm.
forget about. That was important.
Yep. How do you feel about Wario? Getting another Wario game.
That's very much like what I was saying. Have you ever played one of those games?
I've played some of the mini games for like literally just like 5 minutes. I get
That's
the
all it is.
yeah, I get the appeal. I think it looks cool. Then in this one, you are actually playing a character. All the different characters have different abilities, so you accomplish the tasks differently depending on what character you're playing, which is a nice little twist on it. Um, I think they're fun. I think these Wario games are fun.
Have you ever played a Wario Land game though?
No.
The Wario Land games are crazy. Um, so they're structured like Mario games, except you can't die.
Hmm.
Um, so like for example,
Because he's the anti Mario. He's the opposite
yes.
in every way.
No, it'll be like you have a vertical level, right? And so you're going up these platforms, up, 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 and then you get hit by, I don't know, like a dung beetle. Like you accidentally get hit by a dung beetle, and the dung beetle will roll you into a ball, and then throw you back so that you ping pong down the level until you hit something
Nice.
else that stops
To
you.
kind of reset you,
Yeah,
like
and so it's
set you
never
back.
punished by death; it's punished by a variety of status effects.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah.
I heard about
I know
this.
nothing about this series. I've heard the name a
Shima,
thousand times, but I don't know anything about it.
Shimigami Tensei is kind of it's hard to it's hard to describe. Um,
It's Japanese action
it's
RPG
uh,
funness.
it's it's action roots I can't speak to.
Is it turn based?
In the initially it was, yeah.
Let's see.
It's they probably have moved to something more action oriented now. It was one of those like Japanese exclusive games back in the day. That and one of the reasons it was Japanese exclusive is because it really didn't pull any punches in terms of like how it depicted the paranormal. So it would be like, oh, here's the testicle demon of hell, and like it'll be like a really specific like Japanese demon that's just completely inappropriate to child gamers.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And so it never came over here. Um, and it took itself really seriously isn't like a great word for it, but it's apt.
Hmm.
It had this air of mystery and almost it was almost mournful, sorrowful, very quiet. I'm guessing that this is just God of War.
Okay. It
Is
looks like
it?
it
Is
look
it?
no. It looks like it's still turn based. I was watching the trailer just now.
Okay.
Next is Danganronpa Decadence.
Danganronpa Decadence?
Yeah,
That sounds like a testicle demon if I've ever heard one.
right. Can't watch the trailer for whatever reason on this site. It doesn't work.
Because you're
Um,
not over 18.
no, that's what it is. It brings three games from the franchise to the Nintendo Switch later this year. The bundle brings together Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, and Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. This had something. This is like a one of these games where you're like a. It's a weird twist on school, I guess, because you're a student, and then like one of you is in your class is like a
Foreigner.
foreigner. Yeah, that is basically I guess like the mole, and you gotta find out who the mole is, and you have these voting sessions where you vote on people to figure out who the person is, and then like whoever you
Ah,
vote on gets killed or something. It's like really dark and crazy and weird.
Nintendo wants a piece of the Among Us pie.
Right. Anyway,
Okay.
check that out.
Ba-da-ba.
It's got a cult following. Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water.
Oh boy.
So it's like a horror franchise that's been
Have you
around
ever
for a
played
bit.
a Fatal Frame game?
No,
They are terrifying
that's what I've
when
heard.
when you're 12.
they
They are
probably they'd still be terrifying to me. I guarantee it.
they're patently silly. And as the franchise has gone on, okay. You know how like Japanese series as they go on, they start to feel like Dead or Alive, or you've seen how Dead or Alive has changed
Yeah.
to become more flamboyant, more silly, more strange.
Hmm.
So Fatal Frame did very much the same thing, and it started silly. You didn't realize it when you were a kid. Um, it is a game where you are in a place where there are ghosts. It's nighttime. It's difficult to get out of. There's logical puzzles to solve in order to try to escape where you are. but ghosts will attack you, and how you defeat them
You take pictures.
is by taking their pictures.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's silly.
Yeah, it's a little silly.
Okay.
Next one. I actually might play this one. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp.
Advance Wars, is that like Worms? That's how it works, right?
On some level, it's a strategy game, but it's like you're on a battlefield and you're controlling different units, and it's like a rock paper scissors thing where some units are weak to other units, and you're just strategically moving them around. Um,
Uh, are you moving them on an XY grid?
yes,
Okay, so it's like Fire Emblem.
similar. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a lot more um, shoosting.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it's military tanks and stuff.
I've never played one of those games, and I honestly thought that Worms was like an advanced clone or the other way around. I don't even know if people really remember Worms anymore.
They do. In fact, they're coming out with this other Worms game. I saw it actually. Talked about on E3. Talked about at E3, where it's different. It's like a action game, which is very different than other Worms games. But no, Advance Wars is fun, and there's not a lot of games like it that are quite like it right now. And I'm glad it's coming back. I really enjoyed the one. Where was it? I bought a Game Boy. A, it was a DS.
You bought a Game Boy Human,
Yeah.
Johnny. You purchased a slave.
No.
I know they told you something different at GameStop, but
Yeah,
you need to turn yourself in
I understand. I will. I
now.
gotta finish this video. Yeah. So I think it was I think it was a DS that I bought, and there's an Advance Wars for DS, and I played it for as long as I could. I reached a point where I was this one level is really damn hard, and I just gave up. I was just like, I can't do this. I cannot commit time to trying to figure out why I'm not able to beat this. But I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
I've
Um,
never been a big RTS guy. Oh, that's not RTS. That's just TS.
it's
No, yeah,
it's
no
not
time
real
strategy
time.
game.
It's not real time, yeah, because it's turn based.
It's an
Um,
FTS,
yeah,
fake time strategy
there you
game.
go. Next thing is Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. This starts the Zelda stuff. Hyrule Warriors: Age of
Okay,
Calamity expansion pass. Which is
okay,
just crap for that game. Um, Here's something I might get eventually: Legend of
uh-huh.
Zelda Game and Watch. The game, and it includes the original Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I think that
Ooh.
Link's Awakening I think is the Game Boy port. And then Vermin, which is a game that was not in the Legend of Zelda series, but they reskinned it so that the character who's swatting bugs or something looks like Link. And then there's of course the interactive digital clock and timer. So that's interesting.
Savages,
Yeah, that's interesting.
absolute savages. Why would they do this?
For people who like
All anybody
collecting crap,
wants is Ocarina of Time
that's
to
true.
come to the Switch.
That's true, but you can't put that
We'll
on a.
take Ocarina 3D. You don't have to do anything. Just port it.
Okay, also another big thing that people were looking forward to and really expected, and they got, was the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild sequel teaser trailer. It's not
You
a te-
had a teaser
It's not a teaser. My mistake. There is actually like a couple minutes of footage, of actual
of
gameplay.
gameplay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was right.
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
What did you say?
If you don't remember, then I was right.
Ah!
I
What did you say? It was close. It wasn't
said
so.
gameplay.
Maybe I just was. Maybe I messed it up. Maybe I wasn't listening to you fully.
Maybe we interpret gameplay differently.
No,
You
maybe.
didn't see any, you
Yeah.
didn't see anybody shouting at the screen and then reviewing it online, which is how you enjoy games.
Oh, I remember. I remember. I remember why you're wrong.
Okay.
Is that you said an actual playable, like a playable demo or something like that. You didn't say a gameplay trailer. You actually said like there's something that
That's
people.
what I meant.
Oh,
There's
oh,
not gonna stream. They're not gonna stream a playable demo as part of
they
Nintendo Direct to everyone's
well,
houses.
there's right after this direct was a Nintendo Treehouse, where they actually played Metroid and some of the other games, so you could actually
But they
see
did.
someone playing it. So that's
That's probably because
yeah,
those games are ready to be played on hardware,
right. And this
and
definitely is
this
not.
one is not.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay.
But that's it. That's the end of the list. They closed the show with the Zelda stuff.
I am going to buy that stupid Game and Watch Zelda game. I don't. I know. I know they sucking me in. And the thing is, I want that. I want that GBA port of Link's Awakening, or not GBA, Game Boy Color.
Mm-hmm.
I want it.
It may not be color. I think it's black and white. I don't remember what they
Yeah,
showed.
there's no way they're gonna do that.
You know, way it's black and white. Let me
The
look.
reason they're
Let me
not
look.
gonna skip the color dungeon.
Oh wait, that's the wrong video. Oh, that's not the video there. Okay. Well, the Game and Watch is in color, so hopefully that. Yeah, I hope you're right.
Wait,
I
hold
just
on. Is it? It's for Switch, right?
no. It's for the Game and Watch. Did you not see the Game and Watch that came out with the Mario?
No.
I have one. I haven't opened it yet. Jason actually gave it to me. I think it was a birthday
Well,
present.
see the box.
What? See what?
Let us see the box.
Ugh. It's all the way downstairs.
Yeah, but
That's
we're not
right.
streaming. We can
That's true.
yeah, we
But
can
I
cut
do.
it
But I
together.
do. But I do have to walk all the way downstairs. All right, I'll go get it.
Okay.
There it is. Oh, there's a glare.
It's a GBA Mini.
Essentially, yeah, it's just much less powerful. Little system that you can just put like a couple games on. That they put a couple games on. This one I think just has. Let's see
Oh,
what.
so you buy a brand new device every time you want a small collection of games.
Right.
How much are they a piece?
Oh, $50, $60. That's a guess. There's something like that. It has Super Mario Bros. And it has Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. It has something called Ball. What is that? Like a Brick Breaker, probably.
No, I have to put my I have to put my microphone down to show you. It's
The,
the game that's like this.
the
Did that
fuck are
make
you?
sense?
No.
You're a little dude, you got your arms out, and balls are flying up in the air. And if you put your hand in the way of the ball before it hits the ground, then it bounces back up. And it's just a question of keeping all the balls in the air.
Okay. All right.
How wide is the screen? Are these worth it?
I just figure that I just consider them like collector's items. I mean, I haven't had a impulse to really take it out of the box yet, and that's why you know, I'm I'm treating it like a collector's item and keeping it in the box.
I see a
Just
lot of serious collectors. My brother, for example, they take all kinds of stuff out of the box.
oh, I know. I've had that discussion with your brother before,
What did he have to say on it? I never
and
asked him.
I just fucking let him have it. I was like, you dirty, rotten excuse for a human. That's not what I said. What did he say? I think he's just of that philosophy that like toys are made for playing with, and so he likes to set them up and do like dioramas and stuff. And like
Mm,
that's what he enjoys doing. For me, it's I I love collecting and just displaying stuff.
setting them in a pile behind you. Is that a
Yes.
light box you have behind you now?
Yeah, I've had that for a while. That's a cheap one. That's for taking pictures of stuff I put on eBay. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Um, I'm trying to look for the dimensions of the screen, and I don't see them on the box. But I mean, so this is my hand. You know, it fits in my hand, and it's probably that much of the. Mm,
The depiction on the front is probably accurate.
right.
There's a lot of Japanese products that are like that. I'm not getting that.
For Zelda.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of that product. I think that's kind of expensive for a collectible, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Let me actually look. I'm gonna look on the eBay's.
If it's
Actually, I'll just
$30,
Google it first. Let's see. Game and Watch. You can already pre-order the Zelda one from GameStop, I think.
if it's
Yeah,
30,
it's $50.
mm-mm, no, that's the
50.
cost of a real game.
They are real games.
Yeah, but they're on these tiny little screens.
That's fine. You don't. They're not for everybody.
That's right. They're for nobody, Johnny. They're for nobody because you're
Apparently,
nobody,
apparently, I agree because I'm not even
freaking
playing it.
nobody.
Oh man. Oh, but I think we've reached our time. This is the end of the show, Zach. Is
Okay.
there any parting words or any judgment you want to pass onto Nintendo? And
I feel a little taken by surprise here. The last thing I want to say to Nintendo is, okay, don't screw this up. Don't screw this up. Screw this up. No.
Zach,
What?
try again. You get another take, but
Okay.
only one more. Because this is recorded, by the way.
I just want you.